In order to have a basic vision, portrait, understanding of health, of healing, of disease, so that you can learn how to work with your body, learn how to reclaim your health, one of the first things that's important to understand is our relationship to pain. So usually when we face a pain, a discomfort, an ache, something that doesn't work well in our life, our immediate reflex is to make that the pain goes away. And so we have this very deep conditioning that there's something wrong with pain, that the moment that we feel some sort of pain or discomfort, that we have the impression that we need to make it go away as quickly as possible. And this is a problem on the path of healing, because pain is the language of the body. It's the way that our body communicates to us that something is not working, and that it's the pathway that will take us towards the resolution. And the way that the body functions is that it's tuned to the laws of nature. And one of these laws is the law of action and reaction. And so when we feel pain in our body, it's because there's something that is unaligned in our life, that whatever action we are living the consequences of our actions and of our mindset that is linked to the different actions that we generate, that is not aligned with where life wants to take us. And this is at the essence of the journey of healing, is to learn to enter into this conscious relationship with the body and to feel our body. And when we feel pain, it's a signal from our body that is trying to tell us something you're not walking towards in the direction that life wants to take you, and that direction is encrypted in your body. So if we learn to listen, our body guides us through this language of either pain when there's a tension, a blockage or a knot, or there's the feeling of a relaxation, circulation, flow when we are moving towards our karma, our destiny, what is the encrypted in our body, where life wants to take us. So our body is literally connected to life, tuned to these laws of nature. And through the language of the body, through pain, it's communicating to us that we're not going towards our path, towards our destiny, towards ourselves. And the problem is that we've pushed down this signal of pain for so long that now when we receive the signal, we don't understand what it's trying to tell us, or the signal is completely distorted. So first we need to go layer by layer. We need to go through the layers of inflammation in order to eventually come to a more neutral place where we can actually feel the deeper place where the pain comes from and what it's trying to tell us. So essentially, when we feel pain, when we feel a discomfort, it's an invitation to enter in relationship with this pain, with this discomfort consciously, through this conscious relationship with our body, and to start to feel. And it's through this feeling that we receive the data that our nervous system integrates and unlocks the energy that is locked into the pain, in order to give us the energy to resolve the issue that's at the root of the pain. And pain, at the end of the day, it always comes back essentially to the same thing. We feel pain because we disrespect ourselves, because we've walked away from ourselves, because we've compromised ourselves, because we've lacked integrity towards who it is that we are. And the issue is that we don't really know who we are. We've gone so far from ourselves. We're so disconnected from who we are. And this is where the pain comes from this disconnection from who we are. So the path back towards ourselves is this long journey through the different tensions, through the pain, in order to integrate what is at the root of that pain. And through this integration, we get to know ourselves. We get to know what it is that we want, and we also acquire the foundation of stability, the foundation of clarity, the foundation of energy to generate different actions that are more in integrity with who we are, with what it is that we want, that are more respectful of who we are. And this is what the journey of healing is about, a journey of building our health. It's to acquire this inner stability, because usually when we feel pain, even if we knew why the pain is there, we usually don't have the strength or the stability to generate the change. So we need to cultivate this stability through grounding our bone structure, through relaxing, through digesting our life. And then through this process, the more our nervous system grounds, eventually we feel the pain, and the pain becomes this motor of change, because sometimes we want to make changes in our life that comes from our mind. It doesn't come from the real driving force of the change comes from being in relationship, direct relationship with the pain, the discomfort. Whereas when we try to make a change that comes from our mind, it can last for a certain time. It requires a lot of effort and discipline, because it doesn't come from a place that is raw, that is visceral, where we feel the pain and then there's a force from inside that drives us to generate a change. And then the change cannot be faked. Also, it needs to come from a genuine place of stability, of integrity, of self-love, of self-discovery. And then from that place, when we have the inner stability, the change naturally happens in our life. But we need to go through this process of the discomfort, of feeling the pain, and through the process releasing the energy, releasing the tension that is locked in the pain, which then allows our bone structure, our nervous system to ground itself. And from there, we receive the inner stability, the inner clarity to make a change that will genuinely transform us and transform our life. And this relationship with pain doesn't have to be black and white, like day and night, that you need to dive head on full into the pain. We can go slowly, approach the pain very slowly, a few hours every day, to come in relationship with your body, to give yourself this sacred space where you can listen to yourself, allow what lives inside of you to express itself, and slowly come into relationship with this pain, one step at a time. And at the same time, then there's compensations, there's distractions, there's all kinds of things that are there to allow us to not feel the pain in a way. And these things are okay in and of themselves. It's just, if you want to walk towards your health, then you need to start to face the pain slowly, a little bit every day. And the moment that our body feels that we're listening to it, there's a profound appeasement. Even if it's uncomfortable, there's an appeasement that is no words to describe, because our body is like, finally, like, you're listening to me. And then it relaxes at a very profound level, and it starts to speak to us and to tell us. It's a very intimate relationship with our body, with ourselves, and it's this process that starts to unfold when we take the time, when we make the choice to listen and to care and to want to discover what's really going on inside of us. And there's also different layers of relationship with the pain through the healing journey, because any sensation, whether it is pain, whether it is a pleasant sensation, we have a tendency to lock our attention in a certain sensation and hide in that sensation. So we can use pain in a way to hide, to avoid facing the discomfort of change, to avoid growing, to avoid transformation. And then we'll use pain in a way as a victim, feeling that it's like constantly projecting that it's somebody else's fault, whereas all of this happens because we're literally disconnected from ourselves. So we feel this pain, and then we feel that, like, it doesn't belong to us, or we feel like a victim, or we don't understand what's going on, and we project the pain outwards. But the reality is that when slowly, as our attention comes inside our body, then we start to feel, this is my pain. It's not anybody else's fault. It's like, and when we take responsibility for our pain, this is when we have the general power to transform this pain into unlock the energy and move towards more integrity, more of who we are, more of what it is that we truly want. And so in the process, then we can also realize, okay, I'm addicted to pain, or I like, we can say, feeling pain, or some people are addicted to pleasant sensations. But through the journey, our attention gets locked into certain sensations, whether they're considered good or bad, in order to avoid facing, because the path of healing is a path of constant growth and expansion, of constantly letting go of limited sensations, limited ideas, limited mindsets, in order to open ourselves to something that is bigger. So each step requires us to let go of a limitation, and we can sometimes hide in certain sensations to feel safe, or to feel protected from the immensity of what is outside of that little box. So pain can be used in that way also, and it's to be aware. And eventually, when we get tired of that sensation, or we get tired of spinning in that little universe, we can choose to let go. Or it's also linked, our nervous system is weak. So all these patterns are patterns of our nervous system that is weak. So slowly, as we stay with the process, then we gain the inner stability to eventually let go and choose that it's enough. We don't want this anymore. And then another door opens, unknown, and then gives us access to more.